Hey Mentee, it's Dr. Nortey. Welcome to the Well. This is a place where we discuss real life topics, how they affect our journeys through medicine, and learn how to navigate them well using biblical principles. You ready? Let's take a dive in. Over the past few weeks, I've really been sitting with this idea of our heart's desires and what we truly want to happen in our lives. No matter where we are on the medical journey, sometimes it's really hard to believe that what we truly desire can come to fruition. For example, if you're a pre medical student, thinking about getting into medical school, despite hardships that you have faced along the road, may be extremely challenging. Your mind continuously goes back to the roadblocks instead of thinking forward to the possibility. So, today we're going to take a look at a man in the Bible called Bartimaeus and see how he turned a setback into a miracle. Today's scripture reading comes from the book of Mark. And for anybody wondering, I am using the Woman's Study Bible in the NIV version. So let's go ahead and read, and you can follow along. The word reads: Then they came to Jericho as Jesus and his disciples, together with a large crowd, were leaving the city. A blind man, Bartimaeus, was sitting by the roadside begging. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Many rebuked him and told him to be quiet, but he shouted all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus stopped and said, Call him. So they called the blind man. Cheer up, on your feet. He's calling you. Throwing his cloak to the side, he jumped to his feet and came to Jesus. What do you want for me to do for you? Jesus asked him. The blind man said, Rabbi, I want to see. Go, said Jesus. Your faith has healed you. Immediately, he received his sight and followed Jesus down the road. This is the reading of the word. That was a short passage, but there was so much packed into it. Let's take a deeper look. In the beginning of the passage, they referred to Bartimaeus as a blind man before they even say his name. This lets me know that they identified him as a blind man before they identified who he truly was as a person. How does this relate to you? You may be a pre medical student and you've been trying to get into medical school for a long time. So people may identify you as the pre medical student, never truly believing that you can get past this hurdle to get into medical school. And sometimes it may be you that doesn't believe that you can get past this hurdle. As Bartimaeus was trying to get help from Jesus, many people rebuked him and asked him to be quiet. And the same thing may be happening in your life. People are questioning you. Why do you still want to go to medical school if it's this hard? Do you truly think that you can get into medical school? Why are you trying to get mentorship? You can't do this on your own. Are you not good enough or smart enough? People will continuously ask you questions that are in opposition of the goal that you are trying to reach. Are you going to be like blind Bartimaeus and ignore those people and continuously shout, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me? Or are you going to silence yourself and not get the help that you know is available? When Bartimaeus finally got Jesus's attention, He didn't hesitate. He jumped up. He threw his cloak to the side to get his healing. When it's your turn, are you going to hesitate or are you going to jump up? Are you going to seize the moment and get the help that you need? Bartimaeus knew exactly what he wanted. He was specific when Jesus asked, "What do you want?" He stated, "Rabbi, I want to see." Bartimaeus had time to think about what he wanted, and he did not go around the bush in order to get to I want to see. He was specific and he was direct. If the Lord asked you today what you want, would you have a clear and direct answer for him? Not one that's long winded and around the bush, one that is specific and on target for what you truly want. Would you believe and have faith in the request that you are making to Jesus? Sometimes, when you've been in a state for a long time, it may be hard for you to believe that there is actually newness and restoration and a miracle on that other side, especially when you are making your request in a crowd. Bartimaeus had to say his request amongst a crowd that was telling him to be quiet. So, if you were in a room of people that doubted your ability to get into medical school, to pass the exam, to move forward, would you be able to say with your full chest, "Jesus, I want to get into medical school. Jesus, I want to pass my board exam with flying colors. Jesus, I want to move forward in my medical journey," and not feel ashamed of the direct request that you have for the Lord. It wasn't just the facts that Bartimaeus asked for his sight. The word says that your faith has healed you. So when it's your turn, will you have faith that the Lord can do it for you? Will you stand on that word despite everything that you've been through and say, "Yes, this is exactly what I want"? When the word says that immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus down the road, that got me excited. Why did that get Dr. Norte excited? Because that let me know that as soon as we are direct and specific about what we want the Lord to do in our lives, He does not hesitate to make that thing come to pass. Mentee, I want the same thing for you and for me, for us to be specific about what we want, to say it with our full chest, and to see that thing come into fruition immediately. And it is possible. It is possible to truly have faith. It is possible to look forward at the possibilities despite the obstacles that we may have faced. It is possible for us to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I pray that this teaching and character review bless you, Mentee. And please share it with a coworker, a classmate, a friend. It can truly change someone's life. It changed mine. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to our monthly newsletter so that you don't miss out on anything MKN Mentor. I will see you in the next one, Mentee. See you later.